The day the clouds turned purple, the town of Sunny Meadow, in a small, colorful town called Sunny Meadow, lived a little rabbit named Pip. Pip wasn't like the other bunnies who loved digging holes and nibbling carrots. Pip loved to look up. Every morning, he'd sit on a bright red mushroom and stare at the sky, watching the puffy white clouds drift by. He knew every shape. The one that looked like a giant carrot. The one that looked like a fluffy sheep. And his favorite, the one shaped like a speedy race car. Pip's best friend was a tiny, brave mouse named Zella. Zella had a sparkly blue backpack, a magnifying glass tied to her belt, and an adventurous spirit. She was always ready for a mystery. One Tuesday morning, as Pip and Zella were sharing a dewdrop-covered berry, Pip looked up, blinked twice, and gasped, "Zella, look." "What? What color is it?" The mystery of the missing blue. The sky was usually a cheerful, clear blue, with brilliant white clouds. But today, the clouds weren't white. They were a stunning, sparkling purple. Not just one, but all of them. The air smelled faintly of lavender and blueberries. "By the whiskers of a wise owl," Zella squeaked, pulling out her magnifying glass. "This is not normal, Pip. The blue is gone. If you mix red and blue, you get purple." "Where did the clouds get the red?" Pip shook his head, ears drooping. "I don't know, but the birds are singing a bit lower, and the puddles look funny. It's beautiful, but it's wrong. We have to find out what happened to the blue. It's a case of the missing color." The journey to the Whispering Peak. Pip and Zella decided they must go to the Whispering Peak, the tallest hill behind Sunny Meadow. Everyone knew the Wind Wizard lived there. He was old, wise, and knew all the secrets of the sky. That journey was tough. They had to hop over the giggling brook and sneak past Finley the fox, who was always trying to sell magic acorns. Finally, they reached the steep, rocky climb of Whispering Peak. At the very top, sitting on a huge, flat rock, was the Wind Wizard. He wasn't scary, just very, very fluffy. He was frowning, stirring a steaming cup of tea with a tiny whirlwind. "Wind Wizard, sir?" Pip panted, out of breath. "Did you make the clouds purple?" The wizard sighed, stirring faster. "No, little rabbit. I wish I did. It's a disaster. Look." He pointed with a long, twig-like finger to a spot just above the horizon. There, they saw it. A huge, sparkling red machine, shaped like a giant, grumpy lobster. "That," the wizard grumbled, "is the Grumblesmith 3000. It was built by a grumpy gnome who only likes the color red. He thinks red is the best color, and he is trying to cover the whole world in it. So he's taken the blue and making everything purple," Zella analyzed, tapping her magnifying glass. "If he keeps going, everything will turn red. We have to stop him," Pip cried. "But how?" the wizard lamented. "He's too high up." Pip looked at the sky. He looked at the giant purple clouds. He remembered his favorite cloud, the speedy race car. "I know." Pip's eyes sparkled. "Zella, your backpack. What's in it?" Zella emptied her backpack Out tumbled a handful of shiny marbles, a feather, a piece of string, and a small, empty bottle. "We need the blue back," Pip explained. "Wind wizard, can you make a wind that is gentle enough to collect things, but strong enough to reach the sky?" The wind wizard's eyes twinkled. "I can try, but we need something to collect the blue with." Zella grabbed the empty bottle. "This," she said. "We can catch the blue mist that's being pushed away by the red dust." The wind wizard focused. He took a deep breath and gently exhaled. A soft, swirling, invisible hand of wind began to rise. Pip carefully placed the little glass bottle onto the swirling wind. The tiny bottle floated up, 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 right next to the Grumblesmith 3000. Pip pointed. "Now, Zella, tell it where to go." Zella, the clever mouse, pointed with her magnifying glass. "Go find the blue. Go, tiny bottle, go." The gentle wind guided the bottle, which finally found a shimmering pocket of displaced blue essence and sucked it in. The bottle instantly glowed a bright, happy sapphire. The return of harmony, the wind brought the bottle safely back down. Pip uncorked it, and Zella carefully tipped the bright blue mist over the purple clouds. As the blue essence touched the purple, a wonderful, magical thing happened. The purple softened, the red disappeared, and a huge cheer rose from Sunny Meadow as the sky burst back into its usual brilliant, happy blue. The Grumblesmith 3000, now starved of white clouds to mix with, sputtered, coughed, and flew away in a huff, promising to come back for the color orange next time, but no one was worried. The wind wizard laughed heartily. "You two saved the day. You proved that it takes all the colors working together to make the world beautiful." Pip and Zella looked up at the perfect blue sky and the fluffy white clouds. Pip no longer took the beautiful blue for granted. "It's true," Pip said, giving Zella a high five. "The blue is so much better when it has the white to play with." And from that day on, every time Pip looked up and saw a perfect blue sky, he remembered the day they brought the color back and knew that even a little rabbit and a tiny mouse could solve a very big, very colorful mystery.